Hey, what's up, my fellow Scorpions? This is your monthly forecast for the month of August 2016. Thank you so much for joining me. Very briefly, before we get started, just wanted to remind you guys that this is a horoscope, generalized horoscope, for those born under the sun, moon, or rising/ascendant sign in the sign of Scorpio. However, you still have a whole chart that has other signs in it. Say, for example, you're born in October or November and you know that you're a Scorpio sun. Okay, well, what about your moon or your rising sign? The way to find that out is I have a link below to a website where you can go to pull up your free birth chart and see all your whole blueprint, your whole astrological makeup, what makes you a unique personality. And don't forget to watch the horoscope videos for your moon or rising sign if they are different from the sign of Scorpio. And don't forget to email me if you would like me to interpret your birth chart and explain it to you, or to schedule a reading to look at something in particular in your life and give you maybe some answers, some clarity, some comfort. I would love to help you out. Just shoot me an email. I'll reply back and let you know how we can get that scheduled. All right, now on to your general August forecast. Okay, my fellow Scorpions, I say that because I am a Scorpio rising, so I know this horoscope like the back of my hand. This month in August, if there ever was a time to network, to get out amongst groups of people, and to hang out with friends if you're not really like a business person with networking involved, this is the time in August, okay? This is such an excellent time. That's because our 11th house is highlighted. And also, there's still some career energy that's still happening in August for us. Some big career changes can be on the horizon for us still. And then our family life is going to be highlighted as well, a big change happening there. So let me break down the details of the month and explain why this is. All right, so the sun remains in the sign of Leo until the 22nd of August. This is our 10th house. The 10th house is like the 12 o'clock mark on the clock, right? It's the highest point. It's like when the sun is right there in the middle of the day, like beaming down on everyone, and everybody can see it. It's not like, oh, it's on that horizon setting and only some people can see it, or on the opposite. No, it's right up there. Everybody can see it. So this is how you're shining out into the world with the sun in the 10th house. Everybody can see you. Whether this is a good or bad thing, that's really up to you and what actions you're taking in your life right now. But if you want an opportunity to shine as far as career, as far as like being placed in a high position of authority, or having higher ups really look at you in a positive way, or not even just higher up, just the public in general. If you put yourself out there in a public platform, like a social platform, this is a time where you can be taking advantage of the energy to be seen in a positive way. For example, if you're on social media, if you're like a blogger or something, or maybe even a YouTuber and you're a Scorpio, this month is still continuing the energy that gives you the advantage of gaining more followers, gaining more viewers, getting more people to see you. But you have to do the work. You still have to do the work. Mars is in Scorpio only for the first Mars has been in our sign, giving us the action and drive in the previous couple of months to be able to do some hard work, to put out some, content, or to put out some really hard work to impress our bosses or whoever that we need to impress in order to advance. So, sun in the 10th until the 22nd, take advantage of that energy. There is also a new moon happening in our 10th house, which I will talk about in more detail at the end of the video. And this is going to bring a new beginning in regards to career. So really look forward to that and make those wishes, make those lists, do some prayers, some meditation, whatever, to manifest some great career change energy. There's a lot of concentration in the sign of Virgo this month as far as planetary activity. Let's start with Mercury. Mercury's there this whole entire month. Okay, Mercury moved into Virgo at the end of July. And this is our 11th house. So this is groups, this is friendships, this is organizations, this is just like-minded individuals that you bond with, like on a social level. This is the masses. If you want to be seen by the masses, like networking, like on the internet, this is that type of energy is the 11th house. So Mercury, which rules communication, hey, excellent time to continue to network, put yourself out there. While the sun's in your 10th house, people be like, wow, this Scorpio is just fabulous. They are really, really hardworking, intelligent, professional. But Those things all depend upon you and how you're putting yourself out there, Scorpio. But put yourself out there, network, use Mercury in the 11th to network with other people. If you're not a Scorpio that has a career or that is into, work and all that stuff, Mercury in the 11th house is going to bring more talks with friends, more talks with like-minded groups of people. This can mean just joining groups on Facebook or any type of social media platform that has a group of people that are like-minded, where you can go in there and talk about whatever it is that you're into, even if it's something weird, quote unquote, occult. People aren't really into the same things around you. Go find a group so that you guys can chat and talk about whatever it is that you're into, even if it's totally out there, and find your tribe. That's what the 11th house is about. Finding your tribe. So Mercury is going to go retrograde in your 11th house. And first let me explain in general what Mercury retrograde is all about. Mercury retrograde is when Mercury, which rules communication and short distance travel, and the electronic devices that you use for the two things as well, it starts to rotate backwards, okay? But first, it goes into its shadow period. Shadow period of Mercury retrograde happens about 2 weeks before it actually goes backwards, okay? So it goes retrograde on the 30th. The shadow period begins around the 15th. Now I say around because it's not exact. Astrology is not always exactly 100% on point on that day. Something will happen. But around the 15th, start preparing for Mercury retrograde. That means make sure your communication devices are in working order. Make sure they have warranty. Make sure they have virus protection. Make sure they have insurance. Make sure they have protective cases. Whatever you have to do to protect those, do that. Also, your vehicles, which you use to travel short distances, which Mercury rules as well. That includes bicycles, skateboards, scooter, anything that you use, traveling by bus or public transportation. Mercury retrograde can kind of cause delays in those areas if you are not going over the details. Like say, for example, you ride the bus and there's something that changed in the bus route and you don't really pay attention to that. Well, Mercury retrograde is going to bring that to your attention. You're going to be like, oh my God, Mercury retrograde sucks. I missed the bus. It has a different route and I didn't even know. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde. But really what it is doing is bringing that information, that detail back to you because you skipped over it. So make sure all of your communication and your traveling stuff is in order during the shadow period. Mercury retrograde in the 11th house for my Scorpio people in particular. This can definitely bring back old pals, old friendships, maybe friendships that were dissolved in the past. And maybe it's an opportunity to reconcile, to get over some differences and to patch things up. Maybe some friends that maybe you lost touch with a long time ago for whatever reason come back all of a sudden. You may find them on a social media platform, or they may find you, or maybe they lost your number and now they're calling you. I found your number. I got your number from so-and-so. It's so great to hear from you again, Scorpio. This can be a time where you run into people out in public that you haven't seen in a long time. If it doesn't naturally bring that back to you, you can initiate it during this time and it may be well received. This could be a time, since Mercury rules your thought processes and your thinking and everything, this could be a time where you might be just thinking about the past with old friends and times that you spent with them and memories that you shared with them, and be craving to have that back in your life again. So that can cause you to really initiate getting a group together again. Maybe some old friends from the neighborhood. Hey, we haven't hung out in a long time. We haven't seen each other in forever. Why don't we all get together again? So these are great things to enjoy during that time period. It doesn't have to be all chaos and disorder in your world. Oh my God, it can be a great time to go back in a good way and bring some great memories back to the present. So on the 5th of August, Venus moves into the sign of Virgo. This is your 11th house. Wherever Venus travels, it's where it can show how you're enjoying yourself in life, enjoying the physical human experience here as an earthly being. It can also show where you can find love and romance, and how you may be expressing yourself in love and romance, and what you may be attracting to yourself with love and romance. So the 11th house, friendships, groups, enjoying some time with friends. Definitely there with Venus there. This could be getting involved in some Venusian, Venus-ruled activities with your friends, like going out to eat all together as a group. Great time to do that. Getting together to do something Venusian, like going to concerts, anything to do with music, anything to do with art, going to some art galleries or shows or events. I mean, super excellent time to enjoy that with your friends and other people. This is also a time where you may be more likely to develop a relationship, a romantic relationship with someone that you meet within a group of people or while out with groups of people. Like maybe a friend introduces you to someone and you guys have mutual people between you. You meet a person that way and bada bing, bada boom, some magic happens there. This can also mean you find romance within a friendship. You all of a sudden start seeing them in this softer light, like a more than friendly way, or vice versa. They may look at you in that way. So that is definitely a possibility for you. The sun moves into Virgo on the 22nd, and wherever the sun shines is where you can shine your light out into the world. So as I already mentioned, networking. With the sun in the 11th from the 22nd on, excellent time to network. Venus will be helping you there until the 29th. Mercury will be going retrograde, so I would watch what you say during the Mercury retrograde period, Mercury shadow included. When the sun moves into the 11th, yeah, it's excellent time for networking, but still watch what you say, because retrograde means things can be boomeranged back to you if you put them out there. So if you put out some like negativity or something on a social media platform, Mercury retrograde can fling it right back at you like a boomerang, honey boo boo. So just watch what you say on social media, but networking, excellent time for it. Especially because also Jupiter is still hanging out in the sign of Virgo, but this time it's going forward. It's going forward all month in the sign of Virgo in your 11th house, and Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So with these other planets meeting up with Jupiter, Jupiter is a very, it's an optimistic, they say good luck energy, but it's really like seeing opportunity where others see opportunity for failure. You don't see opportunity for failure, you just see opportunity in itself. So opportunities with networking and joining groups of people that can help boost your career or boost whatever it is that you're trying to do in life that's positive. Mercury and Venus meeting with Jupiter this month in that 11th house can definitely help you in this area as well. Some excellent news for Scorpios. Mars moves out of our sign. Hallelujah, Scorpio, right? Mars moves out of our sign on the 2nd of August. Okay, it has been in Scorpio back and forth, forward and retrograde since the beginning of 2016. We've had battles with people. We've had people come at us, charging at us, because Mars is an aggressive energy. It's the energy of the warrior, of the soldier. It's like the army dude. It's like the military guy. It's like it rules the sign of Aries as well as co-rules Scorpio. That's a little bit of a complicated thing to explain for other videos. But if you know any of your Aries friends and how they just charge full speed ahead at things, sometimes without thinking first, they just take action. That is the energy that we have been given while Mars has been in our sign, and it may have caused some trouble for some of us Scorpios if we haven't been subtle with ourselves. If we've been more like rawr, like lashing out, or if we've been calm and chill, other people could have been coming at us with challenges. And anything that we say or do, people take it as, oh, what, you want to fight? You want to fight? It's just that whenever a planet transits within your own sign, you are wearing that like a badge, like a cloak, like a vest, like clothing. You walk around and people you're radiating that off of you, and people just automatically see that and feel that, and they react to it. So Mars was in our sign. Actually, the positive things could have been we've gotten in shape. We've gotten back on the ball with being active. We have gotten a lot of things accomplished and done because we had the energy and the drive to do so. So those are some great things that we could have done when Mars was in Scorpio. Being go-getters, really going after what we want, accomplishing things in career and work. It was a great time for that. Now it's time to move into Sagittarius, okay? And this is our 2nd house. So the 1st house is the life path. So we could have been very motivated when Mars was in Scorpio to really get on the ball with our life path and get things going and take some action towards that. Now, with it in our 2nd house of how we earn money and resources, this is the time where maybe we could have gained like some advancement in career. Now it's time to really work very hard, which Mars is all about as well, towards earning money and making a living off of whatever this career is, whatever this life path choices that we've decided to take action towards. Saturn is still in Sagittarius, and actually it's retrograde until the 13th of August. And then it starts moving forward after the 13th. So Mars and Saturn will meet this month and will be working together, moving forward together, and moving forward with working extremely hard towards earning some money. Now, one thing about Mars is it's very impulsive. And the second house is all about spending. So you get impulse paired with spending. You can get in a little bit of trouble there, Scorpio. So if you're not in a position where you can afford to, where you can recover very easily from impulse spending, let's just say, Saturn is all about hard lessons and hard work and doesn't like people taking the easy route and people going outside of what they're supposed to be doing, the tried and true, So if you are spending all your money, just wasting resources, Saturn is going to turn around and be like, hold up, Scorpio. What are you doing? Are you really taking the time to look at your bank account, to budget, to really focus and pay attention on what you're doing? If you're not, then I'm going to have to teach you some lessons. And you may have like some bills all of a sudden come up. You open all these credit card accounts, and now all of a sudden you were spending, cha-ching. Now Saturn's going to be like hitting you with all these bills. Bill in the mail. Calls from bill collectors. Scorpio, you haven't paid your bill. What? Yeah, I went shopping. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Now how are you going to pay your bills? Now you got to work extra hard to earn that money. So that's just one scenario of what can happen when Mars and Saturn are hanging out in your second house this month. So just be very mindful of that and use the energy to its best potential with earning money, storing away money to save or to use it to invest to generate more income, and don't waste your resources. Don't just be wasting away your water, your electricity, because those bills may go up and bite you in the butt too. So all about earning money and working very hard towards that this month. Now let's get into these moons. And yes, I know I have different hair, different outfit. This is a different day. I had some technical difficulties, which is why things look a little different. But anyway, every month there's a new moon and there's a full moon. The new moon brings new beginnings. The full moon brings things to a head or to a final decision that can bring things to a close, which also leads to a new beginning as well. So when the sun and the moon come together in the same sign, in the same degree, that's what causes a new moon. And they give birth to something brand new. It can mean also clearing out the old to welcome in the new as well. So this month, this happens for us Scorpios in the sign of Leo, and this is on August 2nd. This is our 10th house of career. Brand new beginning there. Some Scorpios can be getting a brand new job that shoots them higher up into the world, into success, maybe even a new position that they begin at their current job, which is a higher one, maybe get a promotion, okay? It can also be that some of my Scorpions find a new career endeavor to engage in and to be involved in. Maybe change direction in career all of a sudden as well. Now, this new moon is going to be making a trine aspect, which is very positive, to Saturn in our second house of earned income. So these are two positive energies because they're both in fire signs. Fire signs are all about action and initiation. So you got your career affecting your earned income. And Saturn calls you to do hard work, okay? You can earn a great deal of money, but with Saturn in the second, it can also be like as fast as you get the money, you have to like give it away, like towards saving for something important or towards bills, and just continue to work hard. But this moon making a positive aspect can definitely bring a new career beginning that happens for you that affects how you earn your money. Maybe it can lead to more money, but it's just like it's hard work. Maybe you're put into now a higher position of authority, but you earn more money in the end over time because Saturn is all about time, taking your time to do things step by step, seeing them through to the very end. So whatever happens, remember Scorpios, this is on the second. This has to do with career. So some big changes are happening. So do your best to manifest this energy in the most beneficial way for you so that you can move higher up on the ladder, whatever that means for you. So the new moon is happening in the sign of Aquarius. This is on the 18th of August. This is at 26 degrees Aquarius. This is in our fourth house, and this is also an eclipse. Eclipses are a little bit more of a powerful full moon. So full moons, like I said, they bring things to a final decision. And this is going to be based around the home for us. It can be that maybe we make a decision to move, we make a decision to buy a home, to sell a home. Maybe some Scorpions have people living with them and those people decide to move out, or it could be the opposite. Maybe you may have to take some people in to live with you. It can also mean just something comes to a final decision when it comes to an important family matter, like whether or not to proceed with growing a family together, having kids, or maybe just in the life of your family in general, you guys start a brand new chapter together. And that's what this eclipse can definitely bring for us, and it's going to be very powerful. The effects of eclipses last a little bit longer than just your month-to-month regular full moons. So just be prepared for important family decisions and decisions based around your home and how you feel comfortable, your home environment, to be made around the full moon on the 18th. Okay, last but not least, Scorpios. I'm going to pull 2 cards this month for us, and one is going to pertain to the new moon on the 2nd, the other one to the full moon on the 18th. And these are Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, just for those who want to know. So I'm going to go shuffle the cards and pull them and be right back with your cards. All right, Scorpio, so these are the 2 cards that I pulled for us for the new moon and full moon. So for the new moon on August 2nd in the sign of Leo, I pulled the 7 of Fire. This is the message on the card: defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Now, as I mentioned, this new moon is happening in our house of career in a fire sign. So this 7 of Fire card is very important. It's very appropriate. So if you see the young lady, she's on a dragon, which is a figure that is very strong itself. She has a look of confidence on her face, like, you know what, I got this. You see all these wands flying towards her of all different colors? That can be, to me, other people maybe trying to challenge you, challenge your beliefs, challenge your position of authority. And the wand that she has in her hand has a green jewel at the end, okay? A green crystal. And green is the color of the heart chakra. And the sign of Leo rules the heart chakra. It's all about doing what your heart desires. Fire cards are all about desire as well. 7 cards usually deal with making a decision. And so the look on her face says she's confident in her decision. Even though these wands are flying at her like she may be under the attack, she has to remain confident and do things according to her heart's desires, her true heart's desires. Do things, take action, necessary action with all of your heart, and you will definitely be successful. So this is in regards to your career change that this new moon is bringing. So this can be, you know, maybe people might be trying to, maybe battling it out for a certain position, like maybe a career position, a promotion, maybe battling it out amongst other candidates or whatever. And this says to just remain confident and just go with your heart and do everything with your heart, and you can be successful. So the card that I pulled for the full moon is the Justice card. It's a number 8 card. The number 8 in numerology is all about, it's about power and financial abundance and being in a position of power. So the full moon is when the sun and moon are in opposite signs. This full moon is going to be in your 4th house of home and family, and in the opposite end, the sun is hanging out in your 10th house of career and your position of authority, your position in the world. So this is all about balance too, because there's the balancing scales there. And this balance cannot be achieved without a fight, hence the sword in the card. But the look on the face of the angel in the card is of peace. It's peaceful. So it's like if something comes up, especially because full moons are a highly emotional time, and then the 4th house is not just home and family, but it's an emotional house too. And full moons are already emotional, happening in your house of emotions. I mean, emotions can be on high at that time, especially towards family and family matters. So this is saying to be fair, to make sure that your decisions that you make are fair, and that you know, the universe will be on your side. So this can be maybe a family conflict comes up, maybe something to do with your place of living may come up, a conflict of some sort. But just know that if you stand up, see, both of these cards are all about standing up for your beliefs. Okay, this is stand your ground, be very strong. This is stand up for your beliefs, do what you know is right. So this is telling me that in your decisions with career and home and family life, people may challenge you. They may challenge you. Just make sure that you, like this card says, choose your battles wisely. Um, don't go in fighting like, Mars is coming out of our sign um, this month in August on the 2nd. So there's no more like extra aggression that we need to have to really defend ourselves. But yet we still are an aggressive sign though, Scorpio. So this is saying do things from the heart. Make decisions, actions, and words come from the heart, not like attacking and forceful, okay? And this is peace. Be peaceful. So don't be like forceful, but yet still be protective of yourself. She has a wand, he or she has a sword. So you still need to protect yourself and stand up for what you know is right, Scorpio. But remember that you have a heart and you have emotions, and so do other people, and be fair and just. And you will be successful in whatever decision you make. Hence the number 8, which, as I said, is a powerful number in numerology. And it also goes along with the sign of Scorpio. It corresponds with the sign of Scorpio because we are the 8th sign on the zodiac wheel. So remember this month, remember the messages on these cards, and you'll be able to handle the really huge life changes that are coming up. All right, Scorpio, so that was it for our monthly forecast for August 2016. I hope it was helpful and insightful, and yes, I fixed that funky little piece of hair right there. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe if you want your monthly horoscope from me every single month, because I love doing them. And don't forget to shoot me an email, which is down below, if you want a personalized reading where I can take a look at your life and your situation and help you out. All right, well, I will see you guys in the month of September, so take care of yourselves and have a great month. Peace.